Welcome to another episode of the Skadoo's Lounge. With me today is I think he's actually the first guest I've had from across the pond, Mr. Steak. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful. So, where does the name Steak come from?
Well, Steak is actually not my original name. Um, my name on PlayStation is Streak the Hunter. So when I started playing Held at Loose initially, I named myself Streak. That's when I joined the 508. I was in there for a whole 4 hours, and then I heard that all the European guys were swapping to the 17th. They made their own clan then, so I joined up with them. And during that time, we actually someone made a typo and named me Steak instead of Streak. So yeah, basically it became a joke, and now my name is still it's Steak.
Oh, that's pretty funny. That's dope. I mean, what are the odds? At least you stuck with it, kind of roll with it.
Yeah, I thought it was funny as well, and I like grilling, I like barbecue, so it fits.
Yeah, 100%. So, where are you from exactly, man?
I am from the Netherlands, the province of Utrecht. It's in the center of the Netherlands. Um, yeah, man, lived here all my life basically. It's
And how old are you now, if you don't mind me
I'm
asking?
25 years old,
Okay. Quarter of a century.
quarter of a century. Yeah, you make me sound old like this, man.
25 years young.
Exactly. I still have 3/4 of a century to go. So
Exactly. Yep. So what's it like living out in the Netherlands then? I know for a lot of people, they may not know that it did switch to the Netherlands. They probably still think it's Holland or some shit like that. But
yeah.
um, what's that like out there?
Well, we have to correct people very often on the difference between the Netherlands and Holland. Holland is a
Let us know. Let us know.
Holland is a combination of two provinces, North and South Holland. They're in the west of the country. It's just 2 out of 12 provinces, though. So there really is.
Oh, okay.
All of the Netherlands is called the Netherlands, but just that bit is called Holland.
Interesting.
Yeah, most.
See, learn something new every day.
Yeah, exactly. Most people call it Holland because most people go there for vacation because it has Amsterdam and Rotterdam, like our biggest cities.
Oh, oh, okay.
Yeah, and
So what's it like? What's it like for you growing up out there? Like, what's an average day in the Netherlands?
well, when you're a kid, man, you go to school. You don't really give a fuck about any politics. Um, Now that I'm 25, I'm just working. Yeah, work as a chemical operator. Means I produce chemical products for the textile industry. And it's just Monday through Friday. And
Do you guys now is your school different? Like, do you go through like all the way to 12th grades, or do you have like a primary, secondary, or
we do have grades, but they're called groups. They're actually very different from how is in America. Um, Here, when you first go to elementary school, I don't even know how old kids are at that age, to be fair. Um, you go through group 1 through 8, and then you will reach our high school. And then how long your high school lasts is dependent on what your level is. So basically, the lowest level until VMWO, that is all 4 years. If you go to HAVO, which is the higher level of base education, that's the one that I did. You will have 5 years, and if you go to VWO, that's the highest one. Then high school will cost you 6 years.
damn? So that's just high school. That's not even counting like a college.
No, that's not college yet. You go to college after that. And for example, we have colleges and universities here. It's really dependent on what you have done to where you can go to. Um, because you have the HBO, where you can get like a bachelor's degree. You get
Yeah.
that with the 5 year high school. Um, and that's another 4 year education. And then you will get your diploma, and you can start working, or you can continue on to university. Or if you did the long high school of 6 years, then you can go straight into a university for at least four.
Oh, wow, that's super cool, actually.
Yeah, it's very different here from what it's in America, I suppose.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's way different. I mean, we got to go for you go to kindergarten, then you go first, second, and third is elementary, fourth and fifth is intermediate, sixth, seventh, and eighth is junior, then you got high school, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Then you go for four to six to eight for college.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't do none of that shit. But
Yeah, that's different.
um what's your guys is your guys' drinking age 18 and
Yeah,
stuff over
it's
there?
18 here, like most of Europe.
I mean, hell yeah.
I like I kind of with my age, I kind of just missed the boat basically because at first it was 16 where you could buy beer and other soft alcohols.
Yeah.
Um, but like the year before I turned 16, they raised it up to 18. So I was like, for fuck's sake, you gotta wait 2.5 more years.
Right, that's how they do you, man. They did the same shit to us over here in a sense.
Yeah, but you're always like, ah, man, I can almost buy beer. And then, like, nah, we're raising it by 2 years. And I'm like, fuck.
Right though.
Yeah.
So to your engineering stuff, have you always wanted to do engineering, or was that something that you found a hobby in or loved later in life, or
Well, it's just kind of part of the job. Like,
oh, you just kind of like fell into a job, or
yeah, actually, I went to a detachment station. I think that's what it's called in English. Um, from there on, I went. Well, they got me this job here, and in this job, I'm growing and I'm doing more stuff. Like I'm currently focusing on improvement of the current processes that we have. So, for example, we can do the dosages. We can make those quicker, but still maintain accuracy. For example, just any way that we can speed up the process so it can work more efficiently.
oh, nice, nice. And so, do you guys learn English as a secondary language in school?
Yes, yes. Uh, some,
And you speak Dutch, right?
yes, I also speak Dutch. I mean, I can do the rest of the podcast in Dutch for you if you want, but I think that would be
You know,
confusing for a lot of people.
yeah, it would be. I tried to this morning when I woke up. I was trying to get like a few phrases down, and I was like, "Nah, this ain't, I'm not even gonna try to butcher it."
No, man, go ahead, man. Give it a shot.
No, let me get my phone back. Because I know you guys. The weird thing that I thought this was about. Well, I guess it's not weird about Dutch, but you guys got like a lot of different formal and informal language when it comes to like how you're talking and who you're talking to, like,
Yeah,
and what about for that matter.
yeah, it's very different. Also, the way we spell shit is just fucked because sometimes
Yeah,
you have a
it is
word
kind of
like
crazy.
in the one way. For example, if I say I become in Dutch is ik word, and that ends with a D. But if I say he is becoming, it's hij wordt, which has DT at the end. So
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
very
Yeah.
different from who saying it, to who are they saying it, where is it coming from, what's the initiative behind the sentence. It's quite a it's tricky to learn.
Interesting language.
Yeah,
Yeah. The only ones I got down was like not got down, but the one I was gonna go with was "Ho got het."
hoe gaat het?
I think that's how you say it. Huh?
Hoe gaat het?
Yeah, yeah. How are you?
Yeah,
I was trying,
yeah. Or
Thank you, Wells. Thank you and
yes,
shit.
yeah. That you actually pronounced that one pretty well. Dankjewel.
I was trying, man. I always try to, especially when I get to talk to you guys across there. I don't want you to think we're all stupid and
No, I never said that.
you're fringed. I didn't I didn't say you did. I was, don't want the wrong impression. So, what are some other hobbies that you do
The other hobbies,
besides like yeah, besides like playing video games and hanging out and
I'm
you do like puzzles or anything?
no, I built Warhammer 40K minifigures.
Oh, hell yeah.
I got a Grey Knight set that I've been meaning to finish, but just I can't really find the time for it. Yeah, I've also got another set of Ultramarines that I still need to paint.
Oh man. So you got a steady ass hand then, don't you?
Well, that's the thing. I don't really have a super steady hand, so it can be quite the struggle.
Yeah, I think I've seen your pictures actually. Now that you've posted those pictures, haven't you, in Discord?
Yeah, I have sent them before. Yeah, mainly of the big guy
Yeah, I
that
feel
I
like
have. It's a Nemesis Dread Knight. Yeah, that was an expensive one. Luckily, he came in a combat patrol, so the price went down a bit. But if you just want that minifigure, it's gonna cost you a lot.
Mhm. What's some of your guys' specific like Netherlands cuisine that you guys eat that we would be like, what the fuck? You guys have anything like that?
I guess
Or anything that's different?
raw fish,
Oh hell no! Whoa, wait,
herring.
what's that? What's it
We
called?
eat raw herring with raw onions.
Oh, that's wild.
Here it's just very normal. You're almost an outsider if you don't like it.
Oh, I feel you on that. That's so raw. You eat raw fish and raw onion together in like a soup, or is it like on a plate together? Or
Well, that's the funny thing. You just grab it by the tail, you put the onions on there, and you just raise it above your head and lower it down.
my
There is no
God.
soup. There is no sauce.
Now, is that an acquired taste, or is that just like from a young age you guys were on that shit?
It's you get rolled into it. I think a lot of people their first experience with that was when they were little kids, and their grandmother brought them to the local market. It was like, hey, you gotta try this. But then again, we also have kibbeling, which is fried fish. It's I believe it's caught and it's battered and then it's fried and then served up with a remoulade sauce.
Mm,
That's delicious as fuck.
it sounds that wouldn't be that bad. That sounds delicious. I'm gonna have to pass on the raw shit. The, raw onion. I don't. The fucked up thing is I can eat a raw onion. Like not big deal. Like that wouldn't fuck me up. But just straight up raw herring by the tail on some on some like Scorpion King shit.
I'll show you a picture when we're done. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, yeah. Please
How
do.
people eat herring. Yeah.
Please do. And so you guys are also known for the wooden shoes and shit too, right? Like, is
Yeah.
it the whole area or is it just?
Well, it kind of depends on where you are in the country. If you're like actually like on the countryside, you have a farm. It's very normal. Um, and yeah, like the Adidas slippers.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
I got an idea.
basically, they use the clogs as like slippers. They wear them all the time, but they can wear them outside, inside, in well the more built up areas. For example, where I live. Yeah, you don't see them as much, but people do wear them ironically for like parties and stuff. And when you go to like a
Oh,
dress up
so
party.
in the countryside, they're more like traditional. In the more like populated areas, it's just for showing, just to make noise and shit.
Yeah. I mean, some people, even in the cities, they do wear them, but it's just because they like the feel. Like,
Oh, okay.
I don't have a set myself, but, you know, Others do, and apparently you can get some real comfortable ones. You can get them custom made and shit. They can get very expensive, but I'll just
I hear that it's I hear that it's difficult to I don't know how difficult it is, I guess for a local, but I hear it's difficult to find uh like decent living areas, like price for your money or money for space for your money and shit.
well, the housing situation is fucked. I'm 25 years old, and I just can't find a place. Uh, like I can either it's I found a house recently. It's in the next town, and that would cost 170,000 euros, and that would give me 23 square meters. So that's very small.
Yeah, that's not shit, really.
Yeah, and it's just extremely expensive. I think the average price across the entire country is nearly half a million euros. If
Wow.
if if my math is correct, I think that's anywhere between 600 and 650,000 US dollars.
Oh, I'm sure it's a lot, bro. Yeah, I'm sure. I have not done the conversions in a while, but
Yeah, I know that everything here is just expensive.
you guys, one thing that I've always loved about that, well, I guess I've loved, but does it ever bother you guys though when people come there and they're like just trying to go to Amsterdam for the weed or anything like that, or being known as the weed capital of the world for how long now is what's that done to like for tourism and stuff like that in that area?
Well, first of all, like I'm not from Amsterdam. I really don't give a shit what they do. Uh,
Damn, is it like I didn't know it was like that.
yeah, no, it it's kind of where the crazies live, to say it like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, not really crazies. I don't mean like that, but it's very left wing and very libertarian.
Ah, okay.
Yes,
Okay, so it's like our San Francisco.
where I'm from, it's a bit more rural and we're more conservative,
Ah, fair
more
enough,
right
fair
wing.
enough.
So yeah,
So do they have cafes and stuff out in the rural areas, like where you can still go in and smoke and stuff, or is that just in a city setting?
well, if you ever come to visit the Netherlands and if you wanna find coffee, Google espresso bar. If you Google coffee shop, you will find weed. It's everywhere.
Ah,
Like in my town, like I'm not even living in a super big town. Like from north to south, I think we're about 5 kilometers.
okay.
Yeah, I believe it's about 3.5 miles. Uh,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, that's we have like 2 or 3 places that I know of where you can just buy weed. And
Do you mind if I ask you smoke?
no, I don't. I just smoke.
You don't smoke?
No,
Just the smoke? You smoke
yeah,
cigarettes?
just the regular old Lucky Strikes.
Hey, that's good shit. I just had a couple Lucky Strikes the other day, actually, some red ones. I haven't had those in a long time. Good to see other people are smoking them around the world still.
Yeah, man. I mean, I like them. You know, I like the flavor of them, and price wise, they're pretty okay.
What do you guys pay for them over there?
I buy them in packs of 35 smokes a piece. I pay
What?
19 euro 50. Yeah.
You guys have packs of cigarettes that have 35 in
We
them?
even have packs that have 100 in them.
That is crazy. That's dope. That's super awesome. That is just, how do you carry that shit?
Uh,
Do you put them in like little old style fucking silver holders or something? Or
honestly, I've only seen like a pack with 100 in them once, and that dude was carrying it around in his backpack.
fair
You
enough.
can't fit that like in your jacket pockets or like in the your chest pocket that's on the inside of
Yeah, fuck no. Fuck no.
like mine with the 35 and even the 50. You can't fit them just on the inside of your coat. That's no problem. But yeah, and the 100, yeah, you just kind of place it down somewhere or just keep it in the backpack because you're not gonna be able to fit it inside of a jacket. Maybe if you're
Start
wearing,
pushing those bitches out.
yeah, like maybe if you're wearing a hoodie, like in the pub,
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh, what's the pub life like there? You ever go out and like in your area,
Yeah, no, I went
like
out last night.
small town?
I woke up with a hangover, man.
So it's good times.
Yeah, and, well, there's really at least in my area, there's two major ways that you can go out. You can just go to like a bar or a pub, and just sit outside on the terrace. You can sit inside. Um, and, they will bring your drinks to you, and they come by periodically, like, hey, do you want another drink? Just the usual stuff. Uh, but they do have to be closed by 1:30. Those rules
Oh, in the morning.
vary uh, per village or town, but yeah, here it's 1:30 a.m. that they have to finish. And then you usually go to one of the local clubs that we have. Over here we have two. Yeah, I'm not sure if the third one is a thing really, but you can go there and you can stay until like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., basically until they close.
Now is that just dancing and shit,
That
or what's the specified? Just okay.
Yeah,
Is that what it is? Dancing.
loud ass music and beer.
What type of music comes out of Holland mainly? Or sorry, no, the Netherlands. I just did it too.
He did it. God damn it. I'm leaving this
I did
call.
it live.
No, I'm joking. I'm not leaving the call, but I will remember this.
I have to. I'll never. Yeah, I'm gonna pin it right now. I can't believe I did it.
No, so I think the most known music that's coming from here is EDM and hardcore or hardstyle, kind of that type of electronic music. We're
Okay.
not. There have been some artists, but nothing that's really mainstream at the minute. Back in the day, we had a couple of them, like Armin van Buuren, for example. I mean, he's still mainstream, but I completely forgot their name. I always manage to confuse her with Katy Perry for some reason.
Katy fucking Perry.
Yeah, I confuse her with her, but because every time I hear that song, it's "I Kissed a Girl." I think it's the Dutch woman, but it's actually
Yeah,
Katy Perry. You know?
that's it's funny though that do you think now I'm not big with music, all that other stuff, but now do you guys only get shuffled mainly our stuff and like England stuff and or do you guys like have your own brand of that's the only stuff that you see streaming over there
Our streaming, well, it's a mix.
or stuff that's pushed more? Yeah.
It's basically just like your worldwide top 50. That's also kind of
Oh, okay.
what is our top 50. Maybe it has a few more Dutch songs in there. But yeah, it's mostly just you know, chilling and regular shit. And yeah, it's not that different really from, like, for example, maybe the American top 50 is at the minute.
Well, yeah, I just didn't know because, like, for us to find any music outside of like the United States, you gotta search for it. Like, it's just not gonna pop up on your YouTube or your fucking Facebook or whatever. Like, you have to literally go in and be like, oh, what's you know the Netherlands top 10 today, or whatever it may be, or top 10 in Ireland today, and you have to find this. But what I'm getting at is a lot of times different countries or different areas will have like hometown or homegrown artists pushed more than a foreign artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. No, but I really think that the main one here is just it's like a mix. basically. I'm gonna look it up
Is it
right.
still like a big party scene there?
I'm sorry.
Is it still a big party like with the EDM, like the electro just like is it still like a big club scene, idea of that?
Yeah, sometimes
Like it's party music or
the for example when blah 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 came out from Armin van Buren, that one went viral here. It went to number one. Um,
oh damn.
well, yeah. For the rest, yeah. Currently, we have. I'm just looking at it, and of course, at the minute, I'm seeing. Yeah, the top six are all Dutch artists. Number seven is Lady Gaga. Then it's Bruno Mars with Rosé. Then Wackelkontakt. I don't even know what language it is. I think it's German, but then we have a song called.
Oh, okay. See? Go ahead. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh yeah, yeah. Then there's a song called Cheers. It's a bunch of different shit. But yeah, now that I'm looking at it, it does seem mainly Dutch artists at the minute.
Well, that's good at least. That's I mean that's what I was wondering how that went because I've never been in a like that to be searching shit for that matter.
I scrolled a bit further, like our number 41 at the minute is Not Like Us from Kendrick Lamar.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
below that, we have Sports Car by Tate McRae. Now, we get songs from different countries.
Oh yeah, I knew you guys would. I was just curious on because like for us, we don't get any Dutch artists really like that are it's not a heavy influx of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
don't know the last time that I heard of a artist from the Netherlands touring near me. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's what I was curious. I didn't know if you guys had like a big like broad span of artists that we just don't know about or haven't really got to hear about because they can't like break out of the European bubble, if you will,
yeah,
or if it's just like a marketing issue or if it's a money, I was just curious.
yeah. You know, I could send you a few artists on Spotify, but if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I think they're all shit. So
Fair. That's fair. I mean, you can still send them because I'm definitely interested to hear it, but I will definitely also take your word for it. So,
I'll send you a song. It's called Sugar Daddy, and yeah, you let me know how you feel about it.
I certainly will. I certainly will. So, we'll kick gears to the video game world. What was the very first video game you ever played that really like made you get into video games? Because like everyone picks up a game and they may try it out, they get killed a few times, they're like, "Fuck this, I ain't playing another game in my life," and they don't.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. It might even be a game that you've never heard of before. It's called Joint
See,
Operations Typhoon Rising.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
It
No.
was a very big world, kind of looked like Battlefield Conquest, where you would fight over multiple points, and you would, I think it was like 50 versus 50. It was a really fun game. That was still on the PC back then. And
Oh, so you started on PC originally?
yeah, it actually was my dad's PC, and
Oh, yeah, fair,
he
fair.
was playing it first, and I was just watching. And then as I grew older, I started playing a bit myself too. And then I think like a year later, we got the PlayStation 2. Yeah, it was the PS2, and then I don't quite remember a lot of games from that, but I do remember that very shortly after that, we got a PlayStation 3. And then I got Battlefield Bad Company 2, and I played the
Oh, yeah, that's a
fuck out of
badass
that
game.
game. I played the fuck out of it.
That's a badass game.
Yeah, I think my very first game was Joint Operations, and then later really switched to Battlefield.
And then from Battlefield to where we are now.
Yeah, a Battlefield and a bit of Call of Duty here and there. I played a lot of Black Ops 2. I was Prestige Master on that. You know,
Hmm.
yeah, I've always had a preference for the Battlefield series.
So first person shooter was always your niche.
Yeah, it's usually my genre. I do enjoy myself a good third-person single-player game. Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon, Zero Dawn, and Forbidden West. I love that shit.
Yeah, I've never played that one, but I do like that style of gameplay too. I like an RPG every once in a while if it's worth playing.
Yeah, exactly. The only RPG I just can't go through is Elden Ring because it's a role-playing
Yeah,
game,
no,
but the
to this
role I'm
day.
playing is the fucking victim. I definitely stole that joke, though. I will not lie. I stole that joke.
That was funny. I'm so sorry. That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no worries, man. But like I said, I did.
He says the only role I'm playing is the victim. Alright, sorry. I'm good.
Yeah, like I said, I
Continue.
did steal that joke. I did steal it. I do it. I have to give it.
Oh, did you? That shit was funny as fuck. Oh my god. All right. Anyway, who'd you steal it from? I gotta know now.
Yeah,
Was it a YouTuber?
he just keeps laughing.
I'm not trying to. It was just that was so I've never heard that before. That was my first time
You,
hearing that.
you
That was so
didn't
funny.
see it coming, did you?
No, I didn't. What's the last thing I expected you to say? That was classic. That was a good one.
He's gonna
That was
remember
good.
this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Next time somebody brings up Elden Ring, definitely using that. Oh.
Yeah.
Whew. So have you ever done clan battles or anything like that before? Like when you were on the Typhoon game or
No, I was way too young with that shit. Discord wasn't even a thing yet. I did end up in a clan there, and that was still through TeamSpeak. And yeah, if you're
mm,
like, how old was I? I think it was like
I'm 30.
8, 9 years old, something like that. Um, I just could not figure out how the fuck TeamSpeak worked. Well, yeah, I think like the first time I really started to get competitive with games was Battlefield 1. I did play that shit competitively. I was in the top 10 in the Netherlands for a long time.
Oh, nice.
I even went to number 1 in the Netherlands and I believe like and definitely in the top 100 worldwide. I don't quite know the exact number anymore. It's been like 10 years.
It's been quite a while. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't quite remember that. But yeah, that's when I really started to play comp. Then also,
Have you always enjoyed have you always enjoyed period pieces when it comes to video games, or do you just if it looks good I'm playing it type guy?
uh, I really just play what I like.
Fair enough.
I got a buddy of mine. We're game sharing together, and today, even like an hour ago, he messaged me like, "Hey man, how are you feeling about Monster Hunter Worlds?" And it looks fun, and I'm not like, I only play FPS games. I won't try it, I think it looks fun, so.
Yeah. What do you do? What's that monster? What you like hunting like fucking zombie or vampires or something? Or
You hunt big monsters.
oh, okay, okay.
I mean, yeah, the game is basically what the name is, Monster Hunter, and Wells means you're in the wells, I guess.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it looks fun.
So do you yeah, I'll have to check that shit out for sure. What's you got a favorite football team? You watch like obviously Europe football, not American football.
Yeah, what you call soccer.
Yeah, what I call soccer, but I was trying to be respectful and call it football.
You did good. I mean, I guess an Englishman would have probably corrected you if you said soccer. Um, Honestly, I don't watch football. I don't.
Not a big fan of
No,
it.
I really could not give a shit. I only watch
You have a
uh when we're drinking beer, and we're just having fun, and it's like the World Cup is on or something, and the Netherlands are.
right, right.
That's when I watch it.
Do you have a favorite sport?
I have played 12 years of baseball.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, 12 years, man. I've been a catcher. I've been third base. I've been shortstop, second base. I've done
Yeah,
everything.
that's fucking dope.
I always.
What was your team name?
What's up?
What was your team name?
Blue Sox.
Oh yeah.
In America, you have the White Sox, you have the Red Sox. We are the Blue Sox.
Fuck yeah.
But we don't have like a big ass stadium like you guys have. We had a big ass.
Yeah, well yeah.
Yeah, I think
Go
well
ahead.
here it's just very different from what it's like in America.
Yeah, I've always wanted to visit the Netherlands, that's for sure. But now that I know the place I wanted to go sucks, I'm not gonna go to that specific place. I'll have to check out the countryside or some shit when I come that way.
Yeah, it is more relaxed here. For example, last night we met two foreigners that were from Poland. When we had a great time. We can laugh and shit. It's not too serious.
Yeah. Do you guys still have a lot of like the windmills and shit out there?
My area, not so much, but when you go into the deeper country, yeah, you will find them, especially alongside of
Oh,
the
those,
rivers.
are you near any like the canals or anything like that? I mean, I know there's some in the cities, but do they have any in the countryside?
Well, we have three major rivers: the Rhine, the Maas, and the Waal. Um, yeah, I live closest to the Rhine, but
Oh, hell yeah.
it's like a 20-minute drive just to go to the closest point.
Mm,
And I mean, there's a big ass bridge close by, but it's not like you can just sit on the bridge or something. It's just cars.
yeah, it's just like cross.
Yeah.
Go ahead, go ahead. There's just a delay. I think it's because we're so far away. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was yawning, man. My bad.
Oh, oh,
it's
oh, oh,
it's
oh,
not
oh, my
because
bad,
of you,
my
man.
bad.
It's not because of you, but I'm just very tired.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's late there. I know. I apologize for the. I appreciate you getting on here and talking to me at
No,
least.
it's 8 p.m. It's not even late.
That's late for me, bro. I'm already chilling by then. I'm up at 4 a.m.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, then I get
but
it. Yeah, then 8 p.m. is late.
what's the is where you live at the old style cottage looking, or is it more modernized, or is it because there's a lot of beautiful towns. I was watching I do enjoy at night when I'm sleeping sometimes. I'll put on different like 4K tours or whatever. And it like takes you to different cities and sometimes it'll be different like towns and villages and shit like that. And some of the nicest ones have been in the Netherlands.
Yeah, no, my
Like
personal,
the architecture.
that's not really like the picturesque shit that you see those kinds of things, like it's not like
Oh, okay.
Amsterdam with all the lights and shit, or Utrecht with its canals. Um, yeah, I think we are kind of like a standard village here. There's nothing too crazy about us. We're just a normal village, and not like super interesting. It's not like we have like a major football team or anything. But do you want to know an
That's good.
interesting fact about the Netherlands?
I always want to know something interesting, brother. Please do tell.
We have more bicycles than people.
For real?
Yes, I'm not even joking. There's
Is that is that a green initiative or
no, it's just because they get stolen a lot and people keep buying new ones.
Oh, for
Like,
real? Is crime high in the Netherlands?
if you leave your bike unlocked, yes. I mean, you
Fair
can
enough.
lock it and it can still get stolen. Like, that's how I lost my previous bike. But
Is it easy to travel on just bike? Like, or should you have a car? Would you recommend having a car?
really depends on where you're going and how far away it is. Like, if I have to choose between driving for 10 minutes or cycling for 30, I mean, I'm just taking the car,
Obviously,
you
yeah.
know, especially when I'm going to work. Um, but yeah, really depends on where you're going. But also, our public transport is among one of the best in the world, I believe. You can get basically anywhere with that.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. That was definitely on the pros list of things to if you were to move to the Netherlands. That was one of the top things he talked about was public transportation. One thing they said that I found interesting too that I wanted to ask you about earlier, but it totally blanked me. It might have been the joke, but it was the healthcare system there. So like you guys, it's like it's a law. You have to have it,
Yeah,
right? Like everyone, then yeah. So like no matter what, even if you're not using it, you have to have it.
yes, you will have to have it. It's by law, you must have health insurance. Um, there are different kinds. There's also different providers, and they all have their own pros and cons. For
Yeah,
example, the one that I'm with at the minute is kind of like a balance. Because my own risk, it's called, um, that is a bit higher for me, but my monthly payment is a bit lower. The own risk is basically, I think mine is like 600 to 700 euros. I'll have to look up the specifics sometime. And that basically means like for once a month. Um, well, basically, if I break my leg and I go to jail, I can get a bill up to 600 or up to my own risk. The rest will be covered by insurance, and basically, the higher your own risk is, the lower you pay every month.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, also a lot of.
That's an interesting system. I mean, it sounds like it works.
I hope it works. Otherwise, I'm paying for shit for fuck all.
All right, welcome to my welcome to the Americas, brother.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a very different life that it's here and that it's there.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's yeah.
Also, I believe like in.
It used to be.
Yeah, go ahead. You.
Go ahead, go ahead. No, no, you sir. You're the guest.
All right, thank you. And, like just one example on like how different we really are is I'm 25 years old. I'm still living at home. In America, most people are getting married and having children when they're 21. At least
Oh yeah,
that's what
that's a
I'm
fact.
seeing.
Pregnant and shit at 16.
Yeah, I mean we have that too, but yeah, it's not really on the news as often. It's I don't really know how to describe it really, but it's kind of crazy. But yeah, it does.
Yeah,
It happens everywhere.
I feel like yeah, I was gonna say that. I feel a lot of things are going crazier and crazier. I mean, I know you know we're not gonna get into the specifics of what we were talking about earlier yesterday and stuff, but I think everybody kind of sees that. You know, it doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to figure that shit out. That if things don't start correcting themselves, it's I don't know if the path of or the trajectory is gonna end out good for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
So what type of drinks are there, like beer wise? What do you guys prefer? What does a Dutchman prefer?
Well, basically every dude just drinks regular old pilsner. There's a lot of different kinds, and where you're from, the is the guide on what kind brand of beer you drink.
Yeah.
Yes, if you are from the east, then you drink Rolls. in the west they drink Heineken, and kind of in the middle and in the south they drink Hertog Jan. And I
And
have no idea what they
what's the
drink in the
difference?
north. Those guys are crazy. Like if
What's the difference in all of them? Just like pot or ale, like the color? Are they thicker? Are they?
Hertog Jan has dark bottles. They have the brown bottles. The rest are green. And really kind of flavor wise are just a bit different because Hertog Jan is slightly heavier in taste, and Heineken is like the lightest one. It's, for example, if we know that we're gonna do a bunch of drinking games, and we know that we have to chug a lot of beer, we usually get a crate of Heineken here because I'm kind of in like a middle zone where we kind of drink all of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are just some regions where just one is just completely dominant over the other.
Yeah, I feel that. Everybody's got their favorite.
Yeah, and here's really just where you're living that decides what kind of beer you drink. Because
How often do you go ahead? Sorry.
yeah,
Go ahead.
if you go in the east, they only drink Grols. If you come there with a crate of Heineken or Hertog Jan, they're just gonna send you away. They're like, "Fuck off, go get a new crate."
Fuck off, right?
Yeah, those guys are crazy.
That is wild. How often, or have you ever traveled outside of the Netherlands?
Yeah, I've been on vacation to Belgium on the center parks. I've been to France a few times. Been to Germany.
Nice.
I've also been to England one time in my fourth year of high school. That's where, well, at least what my school did is they went out on trips. Um, and you could choose between England, Berlin, and Paris. I would chose England.
How was that? Did you enjoy it?
Well, I thought that the Netherlands was expensive, but god damn, England is expensive as well.
Yeah, that's what I hear too.
Yeah, I guess really just
Are
everything is just expensive.
Yeah, the entire world's inflated, if you ask me. Is there one place that you've always wanted to go to or travel, like, like live or visit, or do you always plan to live in the Netherlands?
Well, I definitely want to visit Texas sometime. Because I want to try,
See Plim?
yeah, real Texas barbecue.
Mm. I think Oklahoma's the one that's known for its barbecue.
Yeah, like Snow's barbecue, for example. I just want to try some real Texas barbecue because I make my barbecue here. I do it a lot of Texas style, which is basically just salt, pepper, and garlic. Um,
Ah,
but yeah, I want to have a taste on how the masters do it.
the master food, huh? Oh shit! I really hope, bro. I think it's been talked about a lot, but it'll take a lot of organizing and planning. But if there is ever a 508 fucking meetup, that would be the dopest shit in the world. And we'd have to find like a equal flyout zone or some shit.
You want to know what I'm currently planning with a bunch of other guys from the third platoon? A meetup.
What is that? America trip?
No, the European guys.
Yeah, yeah. An American trip. You guys coming to see us?
We're,
No?
we're now we're going to Ireland
Oh, that's even doper. When?
in August.
No, that's too soon. I'd never get enough money by then together. That's terrible. Well, I hope you guys have fun. Where you guys headed to?
Uh,
Like, which part of Ireland?
no, Dublin, Dublin, Ireland,
Boy,
the capital
that'll
of
be a good
beers.
time. You boys will have a good time for sure.
I mean,
How many you got going so far?
five. So currently five
You say
guys.
five?
We're gonna go for an Airbnb.
Mm.
So we'll all be in the same house for about a week. But there's a bunch of dudes with us who know how to cook. We got Lambones, for example. He's a great chef. According to the guys, I am a great chef. Like I won't say that
Oh
about.
yeah, I see your pictures.
Yeah, I just post the pictures. The other guys like, damn, that looks good as shit. I'm like, dude, it's simple as fuck, but so
Now, are you like original? So you make all your like, or do you just like take certain recipes and put like your spin on them?
yeah, and I barely ever work with a recipe. I just do what feels right.
Throw it together.
I do have a degree in food. I know flavors. I've worked as a chef for multiple years. So yeah, I do know flavors in that way. But yeah, uh, I just throw shit together. I'm like, right, fuck it, I'll just do this. Like Saturday, I made a picanha, which is like the back of the entrecote, um, which I believe is the New York strip.
Oh,
And I had that on the
yummy.
smoker, together with a potato gratin, which had Mediterranean herbs in it, and some paprika, and yeah, I made some jalapeno poppers with that, and just some walked veggies.
Damn, that sounds pretty fucking good. I ain't gonna.
There's a picture of in the cooking place.
I'll have to check it out then, post it or something for the guys to see again on the podcast in the bio or the description.
Yeah, just do it like on the cover photo, just the plate of food.
Mr. Steak.
Mr. Steak the Cannibal.
That's awesome. So what led you? What ended up getting you into the 508, man? I mean, I know you had said at the beginning you got in right when they were breaking off to become the 17th, but like, what got you into the Discord style of like wanting to run hell let loose?
Um, I was in the official Held at Loose Discord. I just went in the LFG saying, "Hey man, I'm looking for people to play this game with because doing it by yourself is boring as shit and no one is talking." And out of nowhere, I got multiple invites, and in the end, I chose for Chuck. Chuck said a compelling story in my DM, and I was like, "All right, I'm going to join up with these guys." Yeah, and then 4 hours later, we went to the 17th. But yeah, that's basically
That's fucking
in the 508. Yeah, like I'm the newest sergeant of third platoon. So this,
yeah, that's good. Congratulations.
thank you.
You're welcome. What made you want to start taking more of a leadership role? Oh, wait. I want to get back to it. So when you went to the 17th, uh, what was that like transitioning? Like, because you said you got into the 508 and then bam, 4 hours later, you were like, deuces, we're out of here. We're going to stick to the European guys. Because there was some that stayed in the 508, like Epoch and those guys.
Yeah,
Like, what made you decide to go? It was just kind of in the confusion of shit and you didn't really know what was going
yeah, I
on,
was
or?
confused as fuck. I had no idea what was going on. They were in a call. They pulled me into the call. I'm like, "Hello, what the fuck's going on?" And then everything was explained. I'm like, "Oh, all right, I get it now."
Right.
So yeah, that's basically what happened.
And then you guys came back and you're happy that you came back? Glad to still be back here, or still wish you would have chosen somebody else to go with, or
No, I know why we all decided to go back together because neither of us could really field a full team, consistently at least. So yeah, that's when we came back, and the thought of leaving has never crossed my mind.
and what made you want to step up and become more involved in the leadership roles of things, or was it just a time, just that time, and you were the first one to raise your hand?
Uh, I like taking up responsibilities.
Okay.
um, and
Respect.
like helping out people. What's up? You know, even way before I became a sergeant, people would message me saying like, "Hey, I got a question about this. Can you help me with this? Hey, Discord's having issues like this," and I just help them. I'm like, of course I'm gonna help you. Like we're a team. Yeah, those efforts basically were recognized, and they asked me if I wanted to become a sergeant. I was like, hell yeah, it's
Good shit. Good shit. And I mean, you're easy to talk to. I mean, shit, this is our first time ever,
yeah,
actually talking to each other, and we did pretty well, I feel like.
yeah, it went pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, the conversation flowed well. I mean, we had a few incidents and a joke that killed me for 2 minutes solid, but other than that, I had a great time. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
It was nice learning about the early stake.
Yeah, the one and only.
We'll have to, uh, we'll have to get you guys, we'll have to get you guys, a couple of you on here together one day and just talk different European shit.
Oh,
Or maybe get you five in here after your guys' trip to Ireland as kind of like a disclaimer.
a recollection.
Yeah, a recap of what happened.
Yeah, I mean maybe it's gonna take a while though.
What happens in Dublin stays in Dublin.
Exactly. And
Oh shit! Is there anything else you want to talk about, Bubba, or anything you want to say to anybody? Or
well, to anybody who's listening to this and plays Hell Let Loose and is not in the 508, I don't give a shit what you're doing. Join us.
join us? We serve cookies on Thursdays.
Exactly. You have a dude called Steak. You have another guy called Rooster. Right?
Oh
In a
shit!
comp match that was being streamed, we were defending the same.
Oh man!
The caster could not stop laughing because it kind of looks very stupid when you have a guy called Rooster and a guy called Steak defending the same street.
That is funny.
Honestly, if there was someone else with like an animal name, that would have been even funnier.
100%. They'll come. I'm sure one. I'm sure the recruitment thing. I feel like. I mean, shit. There's already what 270 more people left, or that came that are here now. 260, two
Yeah,
seventy.
something
So
like that.
it's pretty. It's pretty much back to pre fucking splits and breakoffs numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, at the minute we're still trying to find more people for third platoon. So especially if you're European, you're listening to this, we need you.
Oh yeah, definitely, and especially yeah, you let the people know, bro. You let your people know, it'll spread like wildfire over your way.
Exactly.
It's definitely in the gaming atmosphere. I got two more questions for you, man. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Where do I see as the manager of my current working position? Because that dude is not doing a good job, so I'm gonna take over his job.
Damn, you're gonna cut his throat?
No, I'm gonna take over his job. I'm not gonna cut his throat. Jesus.
Well, oh yeah, sorry. It's an expression. Like it's
Oh,
like undermine him, like to get his, like point out his flaws, do his job better than it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like you're gonna kill him type shit.
I will mentally kill him.
Yeah, it was just an expression.
I've never heard that before.
I promise you, by the next time, I can't even talk now. By the next time I get you on a podcast, I will know at least a conversation or two of Dutch.
All right. Just try and stay away
So
from the G because literally, if you're not European or not Dutch, German, or Belgium, you can't pronounce our G. It's literally it's
I'll do my
physically impossible
bestest.
because you say ha. That's for example, hoe gaat het? Like if you're American, you're trying to say that it sounds like hoe gaat het? It's our G.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. That's exactly what it
But you
sounds
better
like.
try some raw herring with raw onion.
No, fuck that. I don't know about. We'll work our way to that one. We'll work our way to that one.
Gibbling.
But yeah, we'll have to do a challenge or something. Like if I don't know the X amount of, if I can't speak at least a conversational thing with you, then I'll do the herring and onion.
All right. Well, we're first gonna
But if I
thing.
do, but if I do, then we got to find something that I can get you on. We'll have to figure something out.
You know, I've eaten stuff that was pretty rancid.
With the fucking herring and onions already got me like I don't even know what I got for you, bro. But I'll find something, damn it.
You'll be.
I'll find something. Something reasonable too. It's not gonna be like some Joe Rogan Fear Factor shit.
I don't worry.
It'll be
Yeah, I'll just give you a tip. I despise mussels. I,
you despise mussels? Okay, well, you're not allergic to it or nothing, right? Like you can eat one?
yeah, I can eat one. Well, I'll probably throw it up because I hate them. But
Okay, well hopefully this isn't you just, reverse psychology and you really like the
no,
mussels and
I
I'm telling you right
hate
to
the
bet.
texture because they're soft on the outside and they're kind of spongy on the inside. It's just weird, man.
Ugh, it doesn't even sound good. But that's the bet then. If I can't speak at least a little bit of Dutch with you, we'll say like what? What's a full conversation in Dutch? Hey, how you doing? Good. How you been? How are we gonna? We'll have to get the details later.
All right, let's try and order a cup of coffee.
That's all I gotta do.
Order a cup of coffee. You'll be like, hey, I'll come up. Hey, how can I help you? Like, hey, I'd like some coffee, please. And then I'll say, all right, would you like milk and sugar or something else?
Okay,
That is
okay,
what you want.
okay, okay. I'm down for that. So it's official. When do you? What's the timeline on this bet?
I'll give you a month.
I got you a month.
All right,
What is today's date? Mark it down. Hold on.
The 9th of March today. So I reckon that will be 6th of
April
April.
9th. April 9th. Yep. If April 9th, I'll be ordering a cup of coffee in Dutch for my man Steak here. And if I can't, then I'll try the raw herring and onion.
Oh, poor you.
And if I can, he's got to eat some muscle.
Yeah, that's basically it. You want to swap it to April the 6th? It's a Sunday as well.
That's fine. Anyway, I already know I'll have it down. Yeah, I
Uh,
already started practicing. Damn. I'm just kidding. But that's all I got for you, man. I appreciate your time. I'm really excited to see where the 508 goes and how this all continues to grow. And I'm glad to, be here with you and growing it with you, man.
yeah, man, it was fun, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah, great time. Seeing this whole time you were nervous, bro. Look, we had a great time. We went for a whole hour, a
It's been
whole fucking
it's been an
hour.
hour already. God damn.
Yeah, an hour and 3 minutes. See, you didn't even realize it.
No. Yeah, I mean you're the one that's used to this.
You're right. I am a little bit more used to it. But I want to have you back on April 6th, man. So we'll get you racked back in and um yeah, you were fun to talk to. Thank you for the knowledge. Thank you for the laughs, dude. That fucking joke still has me dying. Oh my god. But I'll let you go, man.
All right. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day, man. Thanks for having me. All you listeners,
Yes, sir, you too.
508.